Soap is something most of us use every day. We use it to wash our hands, clean our clothes, and keep our homes fresh. Yet many people do not know how soap was discovered or how it became the product we use today. The story of soap goes back thousands of years. It is a long and interesting journey from messy early methods to the many kinds of soap we have now. This video will take you step by step through the history of soap, from ancient times to modern days. You will learn where soap was first made, how different cultures improved soap, and how this simple cleaning product changed the world. Let's begin. Long before soap was invented, people still wanted to stay clean. In ancient times, people used water and sand to wash their bodies. They scrubbed their skin with rough materials like stones or ash. Ash is the gray powder left after wood burns. When mixed with water, ash makes a slippery liquid that helps remove dirt. People also used oils, clay, and plant extracts for cleaning. For example, the ancient Egyptians used a mix of animal fat and ash to clean themselves and wash clothes. But this was not yet real soap, it was only similar. These early cleaning methods laid the foundation for soap's development. The first real soap was probably made around 2800 BC in Mesopotamia, a region in Southwest Asia between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Archaeologists found soap-like materials in ancient clay tablets from this area. These tablets showed that people in Mesopotamia mixed water with wood ash and animal fat to make a cleaning substance. The mixture of fat and ash creates a chemical reaction. The ash contains a substance called lye. Lye reacts with fat to make soap. The Mesopotamians used this early soap for cleaning wool and cotton before weaving fabric. They may have also used it to wash their bodies. But soap was rare and precious at that time. Ancient Egypt was one of the first places where soap was widely used. Egyptians made soap from animal fats and ashes just like the Mesopotamians. They mixed these ingredients with scented oils to make a better-smelling product. Egyptians used soap for washing and for treating skin diseases. They wrote about soap in early medical texts. Many believe that Egyptian royalty and priests used soap for bathing as part of religious rituals. Bathing was important in Egyptian culture for health and cleanliness. The Bible also mentions a soap-like substance. In the book of Jeremiah, there is a phrase about pots of clay being broken to cleanse silver and clothes. The word used in early English translations was soap. This shows that soap-like cleaning materials were known in ancient times, even among the Hebrews. Although this soap was not like modern soap, it still shows that people understood the idea of using a chemical substance to clean things. People knew that washing with water alone sometimes was not enough to remove dirt and grease. The ancient Romans played a big role in spreading soap throughout Europe. The Romans were very interested in health and cleanliness. They built public bathhouses where people gathered to bathe, socialize, and relax. At first, Romans did not use soap for regular bathing. Instead, they rubbed their bodies with oil and then scraped the oil off with a tool called a strigil. This process removed dirt and sweat. Later, Romans learned about soap from the Gauls, French tribes. By around 150 AD, a Roman writer named Pliny the Elder described soap made from fat and ashes. The Romans used soap to wash clothes and for medicinal purposes, but not always for daily bathing. Still, soap became more common in the Roman world. After the fall of the Roman Empire, soap knowledge continued in Europe through the Middle Ages. After the Romans, soap making continued in parts of Europe, especially in Spain and Italy. In the Middle Ages, soap was made by hand in small batches. Soap makers were respected craftsmen. In places like Castile in Spain, soap was made with olive oil, water, and lye. This soap was gentle and became famous for its quality. For many years, soap from Castile was considered the best in Europe. People called it Castile soap. Soap was still rare and expensive during most of the Middle Ages. Only wealthy people could afford it. Poor people often used water ash or sand to clean themselves. While Europe was slow to adopt regular soap use, the Islamic world made big improvements in soap making. Around the 7th century AD, Muslim chemists developed a soap made with vegetable oils and aromatic herbs. Muslim merchants traded this soap throughout the Middle East, North Africa, and Europe. Soap became an important part of hygiene in places such as Baghdad, Damascus, and Cairo. These soaps were better scented and gentler than earlier versions. The Islamic Golden Age helped preserve and spread soap-making knowledge. Many early European soap makers learned techniques from the Islamic world. By the Renaissance, around the 14th to 17th centuries, soap was becoming more popular in Europe. Soap makers formed guilds, groups that protected their trade secrets and set quality standards. Italian cities such as Venice, Genoa, and Florence became important soap centers. They made soap with olive oil and exported it across Europe. French cities like Marseille also became famous for soap. Marseille soap was made from sea salt, olive oil, and ash. It became known for being strong and long-lasting. Despite these advances, soap was still a luxury for many people. It was not used by everyone for daily bathing. When Europeans came to North America, they brought soap-making knowledge with them. Settlers made homemade soap using animal fat or lard and wood ashes from burned trees. Colonial soap was simple and rough. People made small batches in kettles over open fires. They used soap not only for washing bodies, but also for cleaning clothes and dishes. Soap was important in colonial life because European settlers located far from soap-making centers. Making soap at home became a necessary skill. The history of soap changed a great deal during the Industrial Revolution in the 18th and 19th centuries. New machines and better understanding of chemistry transformed soap making from a craft into a large-scale industry. Scientists learned more about fats, oils, and the chemical process that creates soap. In 1791, French chemist Nicolas Leblanc discovered how to produce sodium carbonate from salt. This discovery made it easier and cheaper to produce soap. Then, in 1823, English chemist James Muspratt built one of the first large soap factories. Around the same time, another Englishman named William Gossage invented a better way to make soap with less waste. These changes meant soap could be made faster, in larger amounts, and at a lower cost. Soap became more available to ordinary people, not just the rich. Before the 19th century, most soap was made locally and sold without a brand, but the industrial era changed this. Companies began to make soap with specific formulas and brand names. One of the first branded soaps was Lever Brothers Sunlight Soap, launched in 1884 in England. Sunlight soap was packaged and marketed in large quantities. It was one of the first soaps sold with advertising to the general public. In the United States, brands like Ivory soap became famous. Ivory was introduced by Procter & Gamble in 1879. Ivory was known for being pure and floating in water. These brand names helped make soap part of everyday life around the world. To understand why soap is so important, we must look at how it works. Soap has molecules with two different ends. One end is attracted to water, called hydrophilic, and the other end is attracted to oil and grease, called hydrophobic. When we wash with soap and water, soap molecules surround dirt and oil. The water-loving end stays in the water, and the oil-loving end attaches to grease. This allows the dirt to be lifted away and rinsed off with water. This simple science makes soap extremely effective for cleaning. Soap became more than a cleaning product. It became a tool for public health. In the 19th century, scientists began to understand that germs cause disease. People like Ignaz Semmelweis and Florence Nightingale showed that washing with soap saved lives. In hospitals, doctors found that washing hands before surgery reduced infections. Public health campaigns encouraged people to wash with soap to prevent disease. Soap played a key role in reducing illnesses like cholera, typhoid, and smallpox. This changed how communities thought about cleanliness. Soap became essential not just for looking clean, but for staying healthy. Today, soap comes in many forms. There are bar soaps, liquid soaps, antibacterial soaps, glycerin soaps, and even soap made for pets. Companies add scents, colors, and moisturizers to appeal to different customers. Liquid soap became popular in the 20th century. It is easy to use and hygienic in public places. Antibacterial soaps contain extra chemicals designed to kill germs. However, scientists now say that regular soap and water are usually enough for cleaning hands. Soaps are also made from different oils. Some use coconut oil for a hard bar. Some use shea butter for softness. Others use natural or organic ingredients for people who want eco-friendly products. Soap is part of culture everywhere. In places like Turkey and Morocco, traditional soap is still made by hand using ancient methods. In Japan, camellia oil soap is popular for gentle skin care. In Western countries, soap advertising shaped modern consumer culture. Soap became linked with beauty, fashion, and personal care. By the mid-20th century, soap companies sponsored radio shows, TV programs, and magazines. The term soap opera comes from radio dramas sponsored by soap companies. In the 20th century, another cleaning product appeared: detergent. Detergents are like soap but made from synthetic chemicals. They work well in hard water and in washing machines. For laundry, detergents often replace traditional soap. But for hand washing and bathing, soap still remains popular. Many people prefer soap because it is simple, natural, and gentle on skin. Even today, soap and detergent are both part of how we keep clean. In the modern world, soap continues to evolve. Social media and online videos teach people about hand washing and hygiene. During outbreaks of disease like COVID-19, soap became a symbol of health and safety. People shared songs and rules about washing hands for 20 seconds with soap. Soap is no longer just a product, it is part of global health education. People around the world now understand that washing with soap saves lives. Soap may seem simple, but it has changed human history. Soap improved health, reduced disease, and made daily life cleaner. Soap played a role in hospitals, homes, schools, and communities. It helped shape modern ideas about cleanliness and hygiene. Today, soap is taken for granted. But when we understand its history, we see how important it has been. Soap connects ancient civilizations to modern science. It links early discoveries to global public health. The story of soap starts in ancient civilizations and continues into the future. It began with simple mixtures of ash and fat. Over thousands of years, soap evolved into many forms and became a fundamental part of life. From Mesopotamia to modern cities, soap has traveled through time and cultures. It has made the world cleaner, healthier, and safer. Every time we wash our hands, we continue a tradition that began thousands of years ago. Thank you for watching this history of soap. Stay clean, stay healthy, and remember the simple power of soap.